Namaskara everyone. This is Saandeepani Radio. After a long break, we are back to school for the academic year 2024 to 25. Do you know what's happening right now in Saandeepani? Well, there are many fun things happening, but the most exciting one is the celebration of the Reading Month.
You know what Reading Month is in our school? Yes, Reading Month is known as National Reading Month, which is celebrated from June 19th to July 18th, a time to celebrate the joys of Reading Month and its importance in our lives. The month-long celebration is to encourage the entire Saandeepani community to pick up a book and explore the fascinating world of literature.
We have the pleasure of being joined by some of the teachers and students of Saandeepani.
Now we have Jiju sir, who is just not an English teacher at Saandeepani, but also an avid reader.
Hello, sir.
Hi, David.
Sir, I am thrilled to be with you. So, what was your idea in celebrating Reading Month in such a grand way?
See, the reading is very. Reading is basically a time when you go into yourself and you think for yourself. It's your own world. That's where your major ideas come. Now, when you read, you're actually listening to somebody who is speaking to you, their mind, their emotions. They have organized it. Okay, the reader, for the writer, it is a stage where they are presenting. You're entering the stage which the writer has created, and you're listening to their innermost desires, their hopes, their aspirations. Now, David, when you write your answer, if you create a stage, you are setting up the stage for the teacher, and the teacher is reading your answers, and the teacher is thinking and knowing about who you are. Likewise, we come to know what the author is reading. We are sharing the writer's world, all the characters the writer met, all the people the writer met, all the experiences they've had. So we are entering a world and knowing about so many different things without actually wasting a single rupee except the cost of the book. So for 100 rupees, you are buying the life of a writer's interpretations. So if all of us were to read, just imagine the number of thoughts and ideas that would flow into the school, your conversations, how colorful that would be, your interactions, how peaceful. So when you have a fight, you have so many ideas as to how to resolve a fight because you've already read it in some book. So if all of us became readers, just imagine what a harmonious community we can make, sharing our peace, sharing our sorrows, sharing our joys. We learn how to share, we learn how to trust, and we also learn how to allow people into our world and also keep them out. Sorry about the last part, but that's also an important defense mechanism.
Are you happy with the participation of the students?
Honestly, a few of them I found, but most of them haven't. For most of them, it's just read and forget it. It's become like we've celebrated. It's like any celebration, you know. Your Diwali, the crackers are burst. They've forgotten the meaning of Diwali. They've forgotten what Diwali means. Or if you take Bakrid, okay, it is celebrated on that day, and it's forgotten. The meaning is not imbibed except for a few. Likewise for the other major religions or any like Christmas. You cut a cake, it's over. So Reading Month unfortunately has become just that one day we've celebrated. A few carry the meaning into their lives. And the world has been ultimately changed by the efforts of those few people who've taken the meaning into their life, right? I hope all of us would understand this and become influencers. And not just on that particular day, but at least if they use the word Reading Month, at least for 1 month if you read, won't it transform your lives?
Now, I, Aditya from grade 8, will interview Sheila ma'am, who is an English teacher at Saandeepani. And without her, the Reading Month wouldn't have been possible. Namaskara ma'am.
Namaskara.
Ma'am, what is the impact of the Reading Month?
As you all know, at Saandeepani we have the Reading Month. and the way it has taken a swing. The inauguration went off so well. Children were really moving towards the habit of reading, right from the small children till the grade 10. Everybody was in a habit of reading. I think it has really impacted a lot. The culture of reading has been improved through this process or the idea, but sustainability is definitely a question which we really have to look into. Reading month never ends, it moves on. That's what I believe.
Okay, ma'am. So, are you happy with the participation of the students, ma'am?
See, happiness quotient depends on perception, right? So, according to me, it could have been better. More ideas to motivate and encourage the children towards the field of reading could have been more. And this is always like whatever you do, there is a scope for improvement. So, I believe that more can be done, more encouragement, more motivation, we can reach to the level of expectation where we have targeted ourselves.
Ma'am, what are your favorite books and who is your favorite author?
Oh, while saying this, I enjoy reading on a genre basis, and at present, when I look at it, Charles Dickens has become a culture of me. Everywhere I am thinking of Charles Dickens and trying to motivate the children through going through the different varieties of genres of Charles Dickens. With the children, it's a tough target for them. Classic version is not that easy, but we are sticking to it. I'm proud that being a grade 6 English teacher, my children are readily going through and have accepted the fact that Charles Dickens is the real need of the hour to improve our language, what we always talk about in writing, reading, listening, speaking, wherever you look at it. Yes, Charles Dickens is doing a very good favor for us. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your precious time.
From grade 8A. Today I'm going to interview the Saandeepani students, Sam, Pranavi and Shruti. So, Sam, what are some of your favorite books that you have been reading this month?
Well, one of my favorite books is The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak. It is about a young girl who, during the Holocaust, who lives in a foster family. She watches as the atrocities of the Holocaust escalate. She even hides a Jew in her home to protect her. It has the underlying themes of equality, the atrocities, and it talks about the atrocities of the Holocaust.
And who are your favorite authors?
Well, one of my favorite authors is the author of this book, Marcus Zuzak. Also, Ruskin Bond is one of my favorite book authors. But honestly, it depends on what mood I am in. Sometimes I feel like reading something light-hearted. Ruskin Bond will be the one to go to. Sometimes I want to read something in a complex theme to think about. Then I can read The Book Thief. I consciously read it a lot. And then there's basically a lot of authors that I like to turn to when I want to read specific genre.
Thank you, Sam, for sharing your experience. Now, Pranavi, which are some of your favorite books you are reading this month?
Is The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank, and Sudhamurti, Gently Falls the Bakula. Gently Falls the Bakula talks about it's a fiction story. It talks about a girl named Srimati who wastes her life, even though she's really smart and intelligent, by getting distracted. By the greater things in life.
So, Pranavi, who are your favorite authors?
My favorite authors are Sudhamurti and Ruskin Bond.
Thanks for sharing your experience this month. So, Shruti, what are some of your favorite books that you have been reading this month?
So I've been reading quite few books this month.
My favorite book was probably I reread Pride and Prejudice. That is probably one of my favorite books that I read. I've also been reading a lot of Agatha Christie books. So yeah, probably their books.
And who all are your favorite authors?
So, like I said, I read Pride and Prejudice. That's by Jane Austen. The book is basically an medieval romance type, but then it talks a lot about how people survived in that time, and a lot of her books, Agatha Christie books. Too many to start naming, so yeah.
Now we are coming to the end, and we promise you that we'll be back with Reading Month Part 2 soon. The second part will be even more interesting as we will be interviewing our school director Lata ma'am and some other bookworms. So, till then, pick up a book of your choice and enjoy reading. Also, stay tuned for more entertaining news from Saandeepani Academy for Excellence.